Hey guys, I'm just gonna jump right into this. And the first question about Garland's definition of mass imprisonment. It definitely makes me look at things differently. Before reading this, I kind of just thought of mass incarceration as like a basic head count problem. Like, okay, America just locks up a ton of people. But Garland really breaks it down to two main parts that show that there's so much more than that. Sorry about the noise, guys. First, our rates are historically and globally off the charts. Second, it's not just random, it's super concentrated among like young black men from under-resourced neighborhoods. Seeing the actual numbers, like how black men with a high school diploma face the biggest jump in incarceration, or how black individuals are still locked up 5 times the rate of white individuals. That just shows that it's not just like a big system, it's really targeted one. On determinate like sentences and policy changes, then looking at like the National Academy's like report, I definitely think that our reliance on determinate sentencing is a massive issue. When policy shifts away from flexible sentencing to rigid ones like mandatory minimums from the 80s, war on drugs, and 3 strikes laws in the 90s, it basically like threw out the whole individual context. Instead of like looking at rehabilitation, it turned into like an assembly line. Like Travis Western and Redburn mentioned, the prison boom happened mainly because 1, people were way more likely to get sent to prison after an arrest. 2, the length of time that they had to stay inside got stretched out significantly. It feels like we built a system that like double downs on punishment rather than fixing the actual root causes, like underfunded schools or economic hardship. And then the pains of mass imprisonment. So moving on to like Fleury Steiner and Longazel's updated like pains of mass imprisonment, it was tough to read, but it was super eye-opening. They showed how Sykes' classic list from the 1950s had basically gotten worse over time. Since I haven't personally dealt with the justice system myself, the one that really blew me away the most was exploitation. So like with that, like learning that incarcerated people often work for like pennies an hour or literally like nothing in some states, then their families just get hit with like crazy fees by like private prison banking apps just to like send money or make a call. That really stood out. That just makes me feel like the system, it only treats people like more of as a revenue rather than, a human being. And I just think that's kind of crazy. But when you put it all together, from like rigid sentencing to how people are treated on the inside, it's pretty clear why so many experts say the system needs like a major overhaul. So my question for you guys, so since the readings show that low education levels and economic struggle are huge drivers of who ends up incarcerated, do you think shifting money out of prison budgets and into public schools would actually lower crime? Or are the political obstacles that come with that just too big to overcome? But yeah, let me know what you think. I'm excited to hear from you guys. Have a blessed weekend.